Hello and welcome to EDFL Web TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe. We can just about see it from here at the Moonee Valley Racing Club. Teo Pellizzeri and Adem Saricaoglu with you on the EDFL YouTube channel. It's the Medal Night edition, and we will also be breaking down the Essendon Ford Division 1 and Division 2 Grand Finals and looking ahead to the Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division Grand Final. Adem Saricaoglu, it is a blockbuster show. We've got so much to get to. So quickly off the top, what was your most memorable moment out of the weekend of Grand Finals we saw at Windy Hill?
Yeah, we saw two of them, of course, Saturday and Sunday, Teo. But for mine, Saturday, the immediate aftermath of East Keilor's great win over Roxburgh Park. Great game for 3 quarters, but the Cougars just kicked away in the end and earned that promotion they were so desperate to achieve. They're back up in Essendon Ford Division 1. And on 98.9 Northwest FM, we spoke to Dave Battistella, the East Keilor coach, after the game, and you could just hear the emotion in his voice, Teo. It was a highly emotional moment for him and his footy club, obviously. They've been down in Division 2 now for 3 years. They've won 2 of the flags. This time it comes with promotion. Congratulations to the East Keilor Footy Club, Dave Battistella and the boys. It was a great day to be a Cougar. We've
got a stack of interviews from Division 2 and also Division 1, which is my highlight. The ceiling goal from Marwan Abdul Wahed. I was actually down at ground level. I'd ducked out of the commentary box to go down and film the bench as the siren sounded, but it was all happening out on the field. Yep. Players piled in, the fans were celebrating over the fence, and West Coburg, after suffering relegation in 2010, are now back in Premier Division and getting to stand inside the circle for both club songs on Saturday and Sunday. Adam, it is a really interesting experience, a unique experience, and you could just see the joy and the happiness of both East Keilor and also the West Coburg footy teams as they earned promotions from their respective divisions. We have a huge show coming up, as I said, all the action from Medal Night. It's one of the best counts you'll ever see, so stay tuned for what happens in Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division, as well as all the other major winners and match action. We've got highlights packages coming up from the Division 2 and Division 1 Grand Finals, as well as all the post-match reaction, interviews from the coaches and players, as well as they lifted the Premiership Cups. This is EDFL Web TV. Thanks to the Sporting Globe in Moonee Ponds. Stay with us right here at the Moonee Valley Racing Club on the EDFL YouTube channel. So that's it for EDFL Web TV this week, a bumper edition. We hope you've liked it. Adam, before we go, we have to promote this weekend's Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division Grand Final. The senior game starts at 2:30 p.m. It is Strathmore versus Aberfeldy, and in the under-18s, the Apprenticeships Group Australia under 18.5 Premier Division Grand Final, and also in the Premier Reserves, it will be Greenvale taking on Aberfeldy. So 3 of the powerhouse clubs have got some runners starting on Grand Final day, but let's focus on the senior game. Adam, you've got the silverware there, the cup that they're both going for, the Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division logo all over it. It's a ripping trophy, isn't it? But who is actually going to be bringing this home at the end of the day, and who do you like to win and why?
We'll just put this baby down, Teo, and keep that nice and safe, because somebody is taking it home on Saturday, of course. This is a really, really hard game to tip, Teo. These are obviously the best 2 informed teams of Premier, obviously. Really like Abbas on their day. When they get going, they're just about unbeatable, but Strathmore have been the benchmark all year, a very professional unit run by Craig Clinic, so this is really hard to tip this game, but I'm going to stick with Strathmore. I think the week off will hold them in pretty good stead, obviously. Aberfeldy are very unpredictable, of course, but I reckon Strathmore, just a slightly more professional unit, they'll be able to get the job done.
Well, this time last year, I'd been on Greenvale the entire season, and then in Grand Final week, in fact, on the Grand Final edition of Web TV, I flipped the coin and said Aberfeldy and just had a bit of a bob each way and paid the price for it with the prediction. I have been on the Strathmore bandwagon with you for much of the season, Adam. We're really impressed by their form. Gee, I really wonder, though, that final head-to-head game, both teams had pretty strong lists out there. I'm not sure how hard they went. Ironically, it actually played a really big factor in deciding the league medalist in the Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division. We actually flagged on Web TV without knowing the winners that some of those so-called dead rubbers might be crucial, at least, for deciding the medalists. But, gee, it's hard to make a tip. I'm going to stick to my guns and go with Strathmore, but I wouldn't be shocked if the drought finally breaks for Aberfeldy, and whoever wins this weekend, well, they will have deserved it. It's going to be a cracking Saturday afternoon of football. Yeah. Don't forget, Northwest FM 98.9, and we have a bumper pre-game show.
Yeah, we certainly do, Teo. We're on air from 1 p.m. on Saturday, and hour and a half preview before the first bounce of the grand final, obviously, and there'll be half hour of post-game as well with the celebrations, hopefully some interviews as well.
Don't forget, we have a wrap-up show coming of EDFL Web TV next week on the EDFL YouTube channel, so don't think that it ends here. Join us on Northwest FM 98.9, northwestfm.org, and also in your pocket on EDFL Team app. Look for Team app in the App Store or Google Play. It is absolutely free, and there's now more than 760 members signed up to the EDFL Team app. It is the number one way to listen to Northwest FM 98.9 if you are outside coverage to get it on your radio. So we look forward to your company from 1 p.m. on Saturday. Get down to Windy Hill if you're in the area and put 98.9 in the ears and listen into what's going to be a bumper day of football. He's Adem Saricaoglu. I'm Teo Pellizzeri. We'll be back with you to wrap it all up on EDFL Web TV next week. For now, from the Moonee Valley Racing Club, it's goodbye, and don't forget to support our sponsor, the Sporting Globe, at 690 Mount Alexander Road in Moonee Ponds.